Okay, so what we'd like to do now is we would like to solve equations by completing the square. But today, I'd like to take a look at equations that have a leading coefficient that's not 1. So, for example, yesterday we were solving problems where it was just an x squared. Today we're solving problems where we have a number in front of the x squared. So, we're going to solve this by completing the square, and our first couple of steps are going to be very, very similar. 4x squared plus 8x plus that blank, and then minus the 3 equals 0. Okay? And now the issue is that I have this number in front of the x squared. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to make that just into an x squared. Now in order to do that, I need to divide by 4. Everything inside the parentheses. Now remember, everything inside the parentheses. So I'm taking that 4 out, and this becomes x squared plus 2x plus blank minus 3 equals 0. So I have not completed the square yet. I'm just setting things up. Now I'm going to determine the number that goes here. So as we did yesterday, I'm going to take my middle number of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. So I'm going to put plus 1 here. Okay? But here's the issue. I can think about it this way. I'm writing plus 1 here. What was it up here? What had happened? Okay? Theoretically, I had divided by 4. So what is this plus 1 actually? Well, it's being multiplied by this 4 now. So I'm not going to do plus 1 over on this side. Instead, I'm going to do plus 4. And why is that? Because this plus 1 is actually still being multiplied by this times 4 out in front. Now I'm going to factor my perfect square trinomial. And now that I just have one x in my problem, I'm going to solve it using radicals. So I'm going to use my calculator to take the square root of 1.75. So I'm going to get x plus 1 equals 1.32, and x plus 1 equals negative 1.32. Subtract 1, x is 0.32, and x is negative 2.32. So those are my two answers. So let's try another one. Negative 2x squared minus 7x plus 1 equals 10. Okay? Again, we're going to solve by completing the square. So I'm going to set it up the same way. Okay? And again, I've got that number in front there. So let me pull that out. I have to divide the negative 7 by that number also. So I'm going to get a decimal inside here. That's really nasty, but it's okay. I'm just going to realize that I'm having decimals in this answer. So over on the side, when I complete the square, I'm going to have to take 3.5 divided by 2, which is 1.75. I'm going to have to square 1.75. And I get 3.0625 plus 3.0625. Okay? What number goes over here? Well, it's not 3.0625. That's still attached to this negative 2. So it's actually minus 6.125. And how did I get that? By taking this 3.0625, multiplying it by negative 2. So now I have negative 2 times x plus 1.75 squared plus 1 equals 3.875. I'm going to subtract the 1. So negative 2 times x plus 1.75 squared equals 2.875. Divide by negative 2. So x plus 1.75 squared equals negative 1.4375 square root NRS. And the reason that there's no real solution is because I took the square root of a negative number.